What up, good people? This is your man DJ YM, and I'm your new favorite DJ. Welcome to the Rally Point, where always I'm joined by my lovely co-host, my best friend in the world, Miss Lady Jae. Miss Lady Jae, what's good?
What's good, E? Let's get it. It's another good day.
I hope so, Jay. And you know what I say? Every day above ground is a good day because it's another day to be able to do something different. All right, Miss Lady Jae, Miss Lady Jae, Miss Lady Jae, I got a couple topics for you. One of which probably should have been on Foolishness Friday, but you know, you had your way on Foolishness Friday, and you know. But this one is probably going to cause some foolishness, right? Because you know I'm an Apple user. You know I got Apple everything: iPhone, iPad, Mac. I got Apple.
Nobody care. No, nobody care.
I got Apple TVs all around the house.
You about to get beat up. That's how you about to get.
I'm not
gonna get beat up and get your stuff stolen.
You come in my house.
It ain't
trying
me.
to see. I ain't saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying somebody come in my house.
Oh Lord.
Trying to steal some stuff. I'm just trying to tell you. You know, it's kind of different over here. But what I will say is iOS 18 just dropped, right? And me being the Apple user that I am not delusional to think that the Android and their offerings haven't been a little bit more, I don't want to say advanced, but they've definitely been a little bit more robust when it comes to customization and things that you can do in the Android. I can't think of the name of the word that I'm looking for, but in all of Android, there are quite a few things that you can do. The ecosystem, that's the word I was looking for. There is a lot more that you can do in the Android ecosystem that you couldn't do previously when it came to iPhone, right? So, I knew about these features in WWDC 24, where Apple was saying, "Hey, we're going to add these features to iOS 18, where you can put apps behind a password or a Face ID, or you can hide the apps totally if you so choose," right? So what I will say about that, and this is where the foolishness comes in, I think that feature is going to put a strain on quite a few relationships, Jay, because you know how people's get down and yeah, take the phone. You know what I'm saying? And then they take the phone and can't find nothing, you know, unless they know about those hidden apps that a person could potentially have on their phone. Man, look, like I think it's going to be some dirty work coming with this new update to iOS 18. Jay, what you think?
Man, it's about doggone time.
Oh my gosh.
Finally, Apple done something that's going to just benefit us for all. Man, like at this point, this might be as big as the moon landing.
Lord. Why do I hear a tinge of facetiousness?
No, like, so I'm going to put it to you like this, like for real talk. People finna blame Apple. But if your shit raggedy, your shit raggedy. And honestly, even without that, they probably was already cheating. This is not finna make somebody go out and cheat. This is not gonna be like, well, right, by golly, now we got the technology to. This is not gonna be like the $6 million man. We can finally build the perfect cheater. No, if they was gonna cheat, they was gonna cheat. Ma'am and or sir, y'all, however y'all choose to identify, teacups and all.
Right.
It don't make a difference. If they was getting ready to now, you know, do what they was going to do it anyway. And guess what? And the dish ran away with the spoon. It was right there in the nursery rhyme the whole time. It's not getting ready to change.
We quote nursery rhymes now, Jay. That's what we doing.
But I'm just saying, like, people get so frustrated and oppressed over things that really don't matter. The truth of the matter is, and it's going to sound real messy, but you have to do the work in your relationship, period, point blank. Now, we understand that some people are just horrible people to be with, and they're going to step out because that's just who they are. For whatever reason, they're broken, they have trauma and all of this other kind of stuff, or they're a narcissist and I'm an empath, and what, this is what happens when an alpha woman gets with a beta and all of this other foolishness. But at the end of the day, relationships take work, and we know that men and women step outside of the confines of the agreement for various reasons at various times. And Apple just sadly, Apple is just finna be blamed for some more foolishness. Because at the end of the day, guess what? What did Dolly Parton say? She said, Jolene. I mean, come on.
Man, like, you in these songs, Jay, boy, you be pulling them from the hip. Bam, they got a new song for you.
But I'm just saying, realistically, it's morning as we slept the night. Right, like we was real dumb singing that song. We was all in the talent show, and our cheating ass teachers let us sing it. We didn't even know what we was talking about.
Yeah, sure did.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how you gonna take this. If you gonna be real cool, come out of a iOS 24 on me. No, that's not what the lyrics.
24. Wow, Jay boy, you on fire today.
Because this is something that really irritates me, that we get upset. Even like, and I'm about to date myself. I would have to look and see how long it was. But when Ashley Madison, the whole firestorm hit about a cheater's website, bro, people been dipping off and doing this for the longest. This is nothing new.
But
now you finna blame Apple?
But the funny thing about that Ashley Madison website, when they started doing the reports, it was probably like 90-10, meaning 90% men, 10% women on that dang on site. Because women, y'all behinds, boy. Woo, when y'all get to stepping out.
Baby, that's because, see, let me tell you this. Because, and not to say that men are intellectually challenged, but men are typically very simple creatures.
Right.
I don't want to have to go through the rigmarole of the rigmarole, and it's a whole lot to go through. If a man is a type of man that he doesn't want to, quote, pay for it,
right,
but he still want to have like a good time and have what we call now a high quality woman, and somebody that's not finna blow up your spot. These heifers don't even know how to be side pieces no more. Y'all taking pictures in the bed with the man, and posting it on the Snap face and tagging the wife.
Snap face. Snap face. That's what you're doing
Listen,
today?
Let me just say this. Y'all, iOS 18 ain't got nothing to do with what just happened when the man passed away tragically. The wife makes her tribute. And here come 37 side pieces.
Lord, 37? You got a whole number for it? 37, Jay?
How y'all, babe, let me tell you something. I would be embarrassed to post that I had been with Big Bobby Blue.
Big Bobby Blue, Lord.
Yeah, I've been with Big Bobby Blue for the last...
Wait a minute. You and these names and songs, Jay. Big Bobby Blue?
Yeah, because I like him dark. I like him dark. You know how old folks say blue black.
Don't have me start on you talking about you like him dark. Don't have me start with you.
Listen, that because what be liking me is them light brights. Don't start on that. Listen,
because last time I checked.
I tell my kids.
Ricky Bobby
I tell my kids now, what you like and what you smash don't always, now listen, I'm just trying to say. But I'm just saying, if it was me, Big Bobby Blue gone on, and I'm toe up about it, I'm not going to the Snap face talking about, and we had something going on for the past 7 years. 7? 7? And he been married for 20. And you proud of this. And then I got pictures and receipts. I'm posting, the DMs, and we on what they say over there in the UK. We on holiday together, and damn.
Lord.
And he didn't leave you nothing.
Yeah.
But guess what? Incidentally, what's now getting ready to happen?
What's that?
My children can now use my phone. Zachary grown is, I trust a little boy with my phone. That little girl, she probably be all up in. Man, she gonna be trying to figure out the password to the bank accounts up in there. See, I don't trust Zoe. She might go up in my food apps. I got more food apps.
You know she will. You know she going in the food apps.
And change my password to my food apps.
And be ordering stuff for herself. You know Zoe going in the food apps.
Ain't gonna get a pop.
Uh-huh.
Well, I ain't gotta worry about it now. Thanks, Apple.
Lord. But as we kind of continue to talk about this quote unquote cheating, Iman Shumpert was seen in Miami with one Amber Rose, and Tiana Taylor's homegirl came out and said, "Oh, well, that's part of the reason why they divorced anyway." Because Iman Shumpert was, out, didn't Amber Rose get a dang on forehead tattoo of something?
Why are you asking me?
I think she did. Like, what the hell were you thinking?
So let me explain something. Foolishness Friday is just me trying to be less highfalutin, because they call me a uppity Negro. And I'll be trying to just kind of like tap into something, but I don't follow her like that.
Man, look, with the slut walk and all this other foolishness that she had going on, but
see, I missed it. What's the slut walk?
So basically, it's kind of like the morning after walk. You know what I'm talking about? Like when
the walk of shame.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And she's basically like she's showing pride in the morning after walks. That's kind of what it is.
Oh, Lord, help us, God. But see, again, no shame in being a side piece. And see, the whole point of being a mistress is supposed to be a mystery. Ain't nobody supposed to. How you be proud of being a roach? Why
ain't no mistresses no more, Jay. What you mean? Ain't no mistresses
they still
no
out
more.
here. They still out here. They just older.
People talk too much now. And these new generation, millennials forward, and I know they call us millennials, but millennials forward ain't no more mistresses.
Well, hopefully with iOS 18, y'all, they put some they trying to tell you be quiet. Everything don't go on the interface. Take it off the interface webs.
Interface webs?
Interface webs. Yeah, Lord. Take it down.
Well, I came with you this morning. You ain't gonna start. Look, this is Monday, not Friday. I'm gonna need you to take it easy. And quit all this foolishness. But yeah, man, like I just at this point, man, I don't understand the allure of
Amber Rose. Me either.
I don't. Like when Kanye was dealing with her, what was that, like 10 years ago now, 15 years ago now? Okay, all right, But then like after he made, the song, what was it on? It was the remix to one of Breezy's songs. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. Mm-hmm. But Kanye said, "Yo, before y'all ask me who I'm talking about, I ain't telling you." Basically, that's what Kanye said. Mm-hmm. But we knew who Kanye was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And he said Jay-Z finally got him to shut his mouth, but I guess Jay-Z didn't do too well. And I bet Jay-Z hoping that nobody else gets to talking about him, but that's a story for another show. But yeah, Jay, like I don't know, man. Like I would think Iman Shumpert would have a different outlook on another person to deal with, man, because I don't know, man. Like, and granted, I know some people are gonna be out there like, well, YM, you ain't never gonna have a chance with Amber Rose. How dare you? That's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. I don't need a chance with Amber Rose. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But if Jill Scott want to come holler at your boy now, hey.
And I'm gonna have to talk Buttercup down like, man, listen, you just gonna have to take this L, didn't it? Actually, it's a W. We listen, come on, baby. Let's go get some tacos and some margaritas and talk. Go ahead. It's all right. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, she did. Yes. Just imagine all of it happened. Just yes, ma'am. It's okay. Yes, here, would you like another tissue? Go ahead, correct. Because I mean, it's Jilly from the J. Like, I wouldn't even, at that point, I'd be sitting there like, Oprah, baby, I would turn into Oprah. It would be an interview. What happened? Baby, you know, Oprah get people to tell stuff that they don't want to. I would be like, really? And you know, that was interesting. I would be so professional. But yeah, she got a face tattoo. And that's not gonna age well. Tattoos, honestly, on any kind of skin, over time, you still have to get them redone and touched up. And just the nature of ink, skin, all of that. And I'm trying to be serious without sounding. It's no nice way to say this, but she don't have enough melanin in her skin to have a face tattoo and for that to look good for an extended period of time. And you gonna have to do lots
forehead, Jay.
Yeah, that's what they be getting. This all you gonna need Botox in your hairline, bro.
Man,
that tattoo gonna end up on her eyelids.
Man, Amber Rose must be doing something special because she seemed to always keep what would be considered a high value man around. Like, she must be doing something special. You know what I'm saying?
But so I'm a high value in what way though?
I mean, because women look for things. The things that a woman wants in a man is not the same thing that a man wants in a woman, right? So for all intents and purposes, you know what I'm saying? With you know, Iman Shumpert, you know, he's tall. He was a professional basketball player. Financially, he seems to be doing well for himself, right? And he's not hard to look at. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
And for all intents and purposes, you know what I'm saying? Like, he take care of his kids, you know, he paying their child support. You know what I'm saying? So there's the security. So, you know, he kind of checks a lot of the boxes for ladies. He does.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, Jay, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just, you know, I'm just saying.
Well, Amber Rose must be doing something special though, Jay, because she really do.
Is she though? Is she? That's what I'm saying about the whole, when we talked about the website, like it's 90% men, 10% women. I'm not saying that men are easy, but men are very simplistic creatures. It really doesn't take a whole lot to.
It doesn't. I read a book years ago by Tariq Nasheed, and he said for most men it's the 3 F's. F us, feed us, finesse us, and you'll basically get whatever you want from a man.
I mean, I guess, but she clearly finessing and doing the first one. I mean, hey, I ain't got no. I mean, I guess, but in addition to that, Miss Taylor though, that body, I mean, in comparison, you was gonna have to do something because I mean. I don't know why he wasn't like, girl, you know,
it was probably too late for that at that point. It was probably too late because I'm sure at some point he was like, baby, please. And she was like, no.
But see, that's the whole thing, that at a certain point, men actually don't care about that. They don't care. Your face card don't never decline. Right. The body is bodying. But if he doesn't feel respected and needed in a relationship, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's a wrap.
It's done. And women typically don't get that. It's like, oh, well, I cook, I clean. I'm gonna bust it. Even if you busting it, that may make him rethink the whole respect and being needed. But after a while, guess what? The tally knacker ain't tallying if he feel disrespected because now I feel emasculated.
Uh-huh.
Why like anyway, I can't be out here giving these cheat codes. You know, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Jay out here giving cheat codes.
It's the truth.
I mean,
it's the truth. Like, I mean, and realistically, women want security, men want respect. Put some respect on my name.
Agreed.
And at the end of the day, like
this ain't a piss them off cook off, but Jay, in most cases, like she can have everything, but if she's mad, disrespectful, it ain't gonna last long with a dude that most women want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could find a dude that's gonna you know, do everything in the world for you any time of the day, any time of the night. But on some level, a woman wants a challenge, and they want to be with somebody who they respect, right? And you lose a lot of respect by being a yes man. Additionally, when it comes to the whole I don't need no man, okay, well, be by yourself. Because very rarely do you hear men saying that we don't need women. Very rarely. You know what I mean? And you know, I foresee that being part of the problem, especially when it comes to, you know, us, you know, being foundational Black Americans. I see that being part of the problem because we want to be needed. You know what I'm saying? But when it's I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, okay, well, I'll just keep it moving. So we're going to get out the relationship and iOS foolishness, but it's still some more foolishness we're going to talk about. So, Jay, I ran across a post, right? And it was from an HOA. A man posted, I couldn't exactly tell what his nationality was. However, and I think I sent it to you. But however, just based on the post, you can probably tell who he was and what he looked like, right? So in this post, the HOA sent him an email concerned about the blacked out SUVs at his home during his birthday party, and how concerning it was, and how, you know, they were trying, they just really didn't know what to think about it, and this, that, and the other. Jay, I will say, in my opinion, man, these we've given these HOAs, and I say we because, you know, homeowners on some level are responsible for the HOAs and the continuing power of said HOAs. I just think it's starting to become sickening at this point. So looking at the pictures, like, it wasn't no ratty, beat up, bust down, all black SUVs. Like, these is Cadillac Escalades. You know what I mean? So on some level, somebody got to be either doing something right or doing something really wrong right. You know what I mean? But either way, you know, they don't want to bring any additional attention to themselves with, you know, their choice in vehicle, and it being a luxury vehicle at that. And then it was the newer ones, you know what I'm saying? Like the newer ones with the little slits down the side on the headlights, you know what I'm talking about? It was the new ones, the new ones, you know what I mean? So somebody had to have some money, because, you know, they running about 90 out the door. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
we can assume, and this is an assumption that I'm making, but I think it's a very safe assumption. We can assume that whose party it was and who was at the party.
So what we assuming is them colored people moved into that house and had a very black party with some black folk at it, and now they got them big black SUVs with the blacked out windows.
Yeah.
In that driveway, and it made somebody very uncomfortable. They didn't like who was coming to dinner, because y'all been playing that maze featuring Frankie Beverly for a while now, and we's tired. We want y'all to let it go. We tired of it.
No, but they was out there saying,
being the golden time of the day.
But they were saying, before I let go, we finna have a party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand what they were saying, but listen, they was not pleased. They was, and listen, it was very concerning. You did send it to me. I read that mess. That was the most, it was just, I'm trying to figure out which way can we just ask, I mean, it made us feel bad because it's just, that's just too much money.
yeah.
We understand that maybe you went to med school and your wife went to law school and you're over here in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it's very strange, and we can't call colored busters because it's something strange going on in our neighborhood. And we really feel like those degrees you get are really a front. You have to be running drugs.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, Jay. When I get my blacked out Cadillac Escalade, it's probably gonna be like 2026. It's probably gonna be 2026 when I get mine. It's gonna it's gonna be big and black and beautiful. And I'm getting the X. I'm trying to get the V. Hopefully, by the time I got the money to get mine, I can still get the Escalade V. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be loud and obnoxious with it. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy to me, man. Mind your business. Like, as long as
my HOA ain't never wrote me no note about my little Chevette I be having in the little driveway.
But Jay, all I'm saying is this. This is all that I'm saying. At some point, mind your business, because if I'm following all of the rules of the HOA, you're just looking for something to say. And that's what it boils down to me, Jay.
They ain't gotta look. They had enough to say. So here's the thing. What if it was the Russian mafia? You still need to be minding your business. That's what you need to be doing. Yeah. If this was MI6, you needed to be minding if it was the federal government of the United States, you need to, some stuff, we make jokes about it all the time. And when I say we, I mean everybody, including non-melanated people, about how white people end up in precarious situations for being nosy because they have to investigate the sound and all of this other kind of stuff. This will be one of them situations where mind your business. It don't concern you. Yeah. Maybe if you were that concerned,
maybe go to the party and you probably could have had a good time yourself.
Yeah, listen, how about you go? That's one of them times where you go to the basement and you mind your business. So real story. Like the other day, we went to bed early. And my homie who lives, on the other side of my subdivision ends up FaceTiming me, calling me a couple of times. I didn't answer.
Right.
Sends me a video of some I don't know what was going on, probably a medical emergency on the end of the block. And I'm like, oh, we ain't even hear none of that. We was asleep because we mind our business.
Right.
Part of the reason why people move to places like where you and I live, because we want to mind our business. I enjoy the fact that I can just pull right into the driveway, into my garage, and go into my house. Honestly, listen, I hope my neighbor never find out. We've been living next door to each other for over a decade, and we wave.
Uh-huh.
I don't know her name, but I know her dog's name. And we had a whole conversation.
How you
she
not know
my
her
name? Man, because I don't be remembering.
I feel you, Jay. I understand, but
I know the dog's name though, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna tell her that.
Because
and she know my name. She be like, hi, Jay. I'll be like, hi. I'll be waving, big old smile. Yeah. Cheerleader smile. Nah, I don't even know her name.
I mean, Jay, but at some point, man, like something's got to give, man. Because I probably, had that been me, I don't know what I would have done with that message. Me being
you
a person,
would have went out. Why you saying you don't know? You would have blew
Jay,
up.
I don't want to be the angry black man. You know what I'm saying? And
you gonna be the angry black man anyway. You might as well go ahead and just get your EGOT and put on a performance of a lifetime.
I mean, I'm just saying, Jay, like on some level, man, like, damn, like it's like I would understand, right? I would understand if they have violated any HOA protocol. You know what I mean? Because whether we like them or not, you know, there is a reason for HOA, but some of the power that the HOAs have is sickening, right? Because you can get fined by the HOA, and if you don't pay said fine, with some HOAs, they can put a dang on lien on your house and evict you from your house that you still got an active mortgage on that's paid. You understand what I'm saying? That's crazy to me, right? So, I mean, I get why. I understand why, because how else can you enforce an HOA? You know, a fine from an HOA. But at the same token, man, like, man, look, I'd be ready. Okay, you want to try to kick me out my house? Okay, watch what happen to yours.
I know somebody that happened to, like, in our neighborhood. They don't live here anymore. One of my neighbors literally didn't pay the HOA assessment and was like, it got bad and literally was finna be evicted. And I was just like, at the time, I won't say that I didn't believe it. It was just like, just a wild, you know how you know something is true, but then when it hit close to home, you just are befuddled. I'm like, yo, she legit ended up having to pay like $2,500.
Wow.
Because they assessed all of these fines and everything, and you still got to pay your mortgage.
Yeah.
And you still got to pay property taxes. And at the time, the HOA, like the manager, I don't know what her title is. I can't remember. But anyway, like the property manager, assessor, and all of this, she was terrified because that lady was coming guns, but she was getting ready to, as we would say back in our day, she was finna get up with her glamour. It was not pretty. And I'm like, I can't even say I blame her. Had it been me, come on.
Well,
like,
Jay, I'm gonna say this to you, and you probably gonna be ready to cuss at me, but I'm gonna say this to you. You remember a couple shows ago, it's probably about a month ago now. We were talking about reading the fine print of those terms and conditions. Mm-hmm. Here it is again, one of those situations. You better read the terms and conditions, because once you signed it.
I don't think it was that. I think it was the point that people go out of their way when they don't like you.
Right.
And it just reminds me, every time I hear HOA, all I picture is you remember Recess, the animated series Recess?
Yeah, the hall
all
monitor.
Random Wings. That's all I picture. Like, it's just a bunch of people in there like that that's just looking, because you have nothing else better to do.
Yeah, because we got a notice over the summer concerning the our gates that lead to our backyard, talking about the wood and how the gate is discolored, and they're going to be looking to have us, and I'm like, man, God dang it again. Because I remember my first year here. No, it wasn't the first year. It was my first year when I came back from Korea. They wanted all the houses painted. And I'm like, what? Like, that's a $3,000 bill at least. You know what I mean? But they had a company that was very reasonable. But I'm like, man, this is just too much. But all right, Miss Lady Jae, you know what time it is. I know what time it is. We know what time it is. It's time to find out if you've been cussing, Miss Lady Jae. When Miss Lady Jae's trying not to cuss, I need to know. Come on, Jae. It's coming out of the weekend, so go ahead, tell me why you cussed.
I don't know why you all don't be sad.
Because, Jay, man, like, we supposed to be working on this together. You asked for my help.
And you can't control foolishness in the world. But actually, I did not.
What?
But it did have upsetted me. It had upsetted me.
Lord.
A couple of few things had upsetted me, but I'm gonna just tell you about yesterday. So yesterday we took the little sunflower. We took her out to her little tea party, and it ain't how much the tea had cost, because I was like, now I know what this got to do with the price of tea in China. I found out yesterday a whole lot, but at any rate. So I go to valet, and because I was meeting baby cousin,
Right.
she trying to be efficient. We had prepaid for the valet.
Uh-huh.
I pull up, I show her my little valet code, because it's electronic. Show her like my little thingy. She like, oh, okay. She was like, oh, I didn't know that this is the type of vehicle. We back on these black SUVs again.
Lord.
Oh, I didn't. It's a substantial size. We're gonna have to charge you extra. And I'm just looking at her like, yeah. I'm just blinking while she talking. I'm just looking.
Oh boy.
And I got my sunflower in the car with me, because I wanted to say something, but I didn't. I'm like, you're not getting ready to ruin my moment with my baby, And I'm thinking to myself, where's your signage? You have, of course, I immediately go into lawyer mode. You could be telling me anything. There's no signage that indicates that. Nothing.
So with the prepaid, did the prepaid say anything about it?
More than likely not.
Okay.
Because baby cousin did it ahead of time. We would, how y'all people are who need to have the back planning done.
What you mean, y'all people? Like what's wrong with making sure you got everything in order before you just step out the house? What's wrong with that?
I mean, nothing. I mean, we on planet, anal retentive. It's okay. I understand.
You know what? I got your anal retentive with this right and left hook.
Whatever. So I'm just looking like, where is your signage? Where is it?
Right.
There is none.
Right.
Because, I mean, honestly, that should be outside and it should be posted.
Yeah. And then when you're paying for valet, it should be front and foremost. First and foremost, hey, if you got a large SUV, there will be an extra fee associated with that. It should plainly say that.
Because what she said was, my vehicle takes up 2 spaces. I'm like, now listen, now wait a minute. If you don't get your what in the doggone Southwest 2-seat situation going on here, trying to charge me because, and the funny part is...
So you was driving Slim?
Yeah, I had Slim.
So they say the booty too big on Slim to put it in one space. You got to put it in 2.
And I'm trying, and you know what? Honestly, where we were, I'm trying to see if it was actually one of those. I don't know. In some places, where they gonna park, so you can tell. Had it been downtown, I would have been like, maybe, because parking is tight, and we weren't up north. We were in the West Loop. I'm like,
Lord,
y'all doing too much. But I ain't even worried about it. At that point, I heard you in my head. You have to pay for convenience, and money is time, and time is money, and you want to have a nice experience. And I'm like, and then Ricky Bobby, his thing is he ain't gonna be embarrassed. So he would have just said anyway, just to be able to be on time. Cause me asking questions, you could miss your reservation. I'm just sitting there. And I was just kind of in one of them things where I was just in a good mood. Now, honestly, I feel like it's a cussable offense simply because there's no signage.
You don't get to give the verdict on that, Jay. That's my job.
I can have my own opinion about what it was a cussable offense, but nonetheless, I ain't cuss. And the little sugar baby had everything square. And the other guy, it was so crazy because the guy was looking like she doing too much. And I'm like,
right.
It's fine. Another Randall Weems. It's okay. I wasn't upset.
Jay. Well, here it goes. I'm going to give you my verdict on your cussing.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and go to law school. You be wanting to be a judge.
So, what I will say to you, Jay, is I agree with you. This was absolutely a cussable offense. Because if you're going to ask me to pay extra and not have the proper signage or a proper notification, right? Because most times they ask you to, because I've done valet online quite a few times, right? They ask what the type of vehicle it is. And there is no mistaking the type of vehicle you have. Everybody know what you got. You know, I ain't gonna put your vehicle business on the street. I thought
you was finna say you used to valet for a minute. No. I was gonna be like, you was out.
No, not like professionally, but like, you know, when I was in the military, we would have different events, and you know, we would have to, you know, show people where to park and stuff like that. Like we wouldn't ever drive someone else's vehicle just because of the liability associated with it. But like, come on, man. Like sometimes people just be doing too much. Like, and then parking spots are designed. Like, did they have like actual parking spots, or was it just like, you know, they were kind of figuring it out how to park the vehicles? Which way was it?
It's kind of like, you know how when we had that business meeting at Weber, how like you pull up and you just hop out. It was like that. So you really don't know where they parking your car. Your car could be 7 blocks away. You would never even know.
Jay, the thing is, man, like you would think that, you know, if this is somebody that's charging for something, you would have to anticipate that there are some people with large and even larger vehicles than yours to be parked.
I'm like, I don't understand why everybody keeps saying my truck is so.
I mean,
large.
it is a big dumb behind. But once they see how you got to hop in it, you literally got to hop. You got to hop in it with your little bit of self. But Jay, I agree with you, because you have to do your due diligence. If you're going to charge extra based on the vehicle, then that needs to be said. You know what I mean? Like, that needs to be like legit. Hey, right here in front of us, right here in front. This is how we gonna do this. And if you don't like it, you ain't gotta park it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's that, Jay. I think it's a cussable offense. But guess what, Miss Lady Jae? You didn't cuss, and I'm proud of you. You see, because you know what? We've been working on this for a while.
Who is we?
You and I.
You be doing stuff that make me want to cuss. So how we working on it?
You get mad at me because in most situations like that, it's not even so much about not being embarrassed. I don't want to take the time to deal with foolishness, right?
I don't either.
And this kind of leads me directly into my Retired Dad Chronicles, right? So with dealing with people and their ego and people and foolishness, like, you really don't want to have to deal with it, right? So there was a situation where, you know, I was at an event, and I think I talked about it on the radio, where this lady was straight, like she was borderline. She was nice nasty. You know how people are when they get nice nasty, right? I won't go too much. I live
with a teenager.
Yeah. I won't go too much into the situation, but for me, this was the last time that for me, as long as she was involved and in charge of these situations, this was the last time that I would work with her.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
But guess what email I just got?
Oh, was it an apology?
No, of course it wasn't an apology. Oh. The email that I got was to provide services as a DJ again for the same entity, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I would normally give a pretty hefty discount to this entity because of who they are, and because of how this entity affected my life, just to keep it broad. So we won't, you know what I'm saying?
Wide like my car.
Yeah. So I sent them a quote with my full price. I ain't heard nothing back yet. You may get what you want,
but you gonna lose what you get.
And that's the absolute truth, Jay, because when I tell you that I'll tell the listeners, I cut about an $800 discount for this entity, right? I won't say what the total price is, but for me to cut an $800 discount, you know, just like I know that, you know, that was a hefty bill. You know what I'm saying? For me to be able to cut an $800 discount. And Jay, I just, you know, respect goes a long way. You know what I mean? And I didn't argue with the young lady, But I did get my point across, because as big as you think that you are, I'm just as big. You know what I'm saying? Because the young lady went into, you know, she's done events for 20,000 people and yada yada yada, and I'm like, that's good, but I've probably done just as many as you have, as both the DJ and an organizer in said events, right? But for them to now, you know, have to circle back and say, "Hey, big head,"
He got the hey big head.
right? Classic. It's classic to me, but it come with a cost, Jay. It does. You know what I mean? And you know, in most cases, I probably shouldn't, but I'm kind of at the point now. You know, I'm not a huge DJ in the area. Like, being honest and transparent, I'm not a huge DJ in the area, but the service that I provide with everything that I bring to the table for these situations, I'm not just some run of the mill DJ. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a for real, you know what I'm saying, some for real
it's
equipment.
It's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business.
Very much so. And I got some for real equipment back there. You know what I mean?
And you're competitively priced. So that's the thing. At the end of the day, you are competitively priced, and along with that discount, I mean,
so my price.
What I'll say
Jay,
is,
wait. Before you say that, I just want to let you know, because we are business partners. I want to let you know that the price that I sent was full price, not anything extra. It was what my full invoice, what my full price would be.
Here's the thing: people have to understand, when you have people as the face of your business, or when they have to interact with the public, being mean, being nasty, having to be right. And this is one of those situations where, you know how I feel with the job that I've had,
right,
that for a lot of years, I don't feel like the customers are always right. I don't feel like, you're there to be cussed out, mistreated, things like that. But it's also a way that you speak to people. Every time I had somebody that I was working with as a vendor, maintenance, whatever, I would try to be reasonable, because at the end of the day, number one, it's not my money. Right. I'm here as technically as a liaison. Mm-hmm. And no matter what you tell me your price is or any of that, before I go, all of that, I'm going to have to get it approved. I can't say yes or no unless they give me a budget and I know that they're not going to move on it.
Right.
It's still a way you handle that. And the truth of the matter is, you never know who you're going to run into later.
Yeah.
So you did all of that. And now it's okay, because now that you got my full price, guess what? They probably will not respond as quickly, mm-hmm. or they're going to now shop around and they're going to realize, ooh,
this is what the market says, especially for what they want for the event. Mm-hmm. I'm still, even at my full price, I'm still below market.
And guess what's going to happen? The question is going to come, what happened? And when you have to be honest, people are going to be frustrated because, oh, that's one person. But it matters when you make my job more difficult than mm-hmm. it has to be. And then you speak to me in a manner that is so unnecessary.
Definitely unnecessary.
I'm going to tell you, like, what other people think about me is none of my business. What they feel about me is none of my business. But it becomes my business the moment you speak it and you treat me that way. Now it's my business.
Yeah.
And guess what? I get a choice.
Absolutely do. You absolutely do. And my choice is, well, not is, my choice was, because the email's already been, well, the quote has already been sent mm-hmm. through my QuickBooks. And my choice is, I will no longer provide you a discount for my services. You will pay full price just like anybody else, based on you and your actions. Because It was absolutely, in my opinion, it was absolutely necessary, unnecessary, right? Because you, Jay, like real talk, you know me, like I'm not the dude that's too big for my britches. I'll put it that way. You know what I mean? I try to be very reasonable. I try to be very understanding of the stressors of people. You know what I mean? Because I'm patient with people, but not with processes. And I do understand that on some level, people are the process, but with a situation like that, Jay, it was in my opinion totally uncalled for. And now this is what it is. So if you want me, you're gonna be paying full price. And then because of who I am and because of what I've done, and because of this specific venue, I'm mostly ideal for it because of my knowledge and what I know about what goes on with these venues. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just got to learn the hard way, and that's what I got from my retired Dad Chronicles, Miss Lady Jae.
Okay.
All right, Miss Lady Jae, it's been great talking to you today. You know what I mean? I kind of missed you over the weekend because we ain't really get to talk a whole lot this weekend because we've been busy, been some busy bees this weekend. But if you would please, Miss Lady Jae, your final thoughts.
I'm excited
About?
Man, the next few weeks of Foolishness Friday that's finna go down with all of these people with the apple.
I knew I shouldn't have told you nothing.
We talked about it. I just didn't care. Like, it was like, okay, yeah, you know, like how people get all up in a tizzy about stuff. And I saw it and I was kind of like, whatever. But I mean, since you brought it up and we actually had a actual discourse regarding it, I'm excited. You know, at the end of the day, I think we have to be more mindful of the people that we choose. And once you've made your choice, you got to understand what you chose. You know, you don't get to pick AstroTurf and then be mad when, you know, you got AstroTurf.
Right.
You know, or you got that indoor-outdoor carpeting over some concrete. That's what you got. You don't have grass. You know, and I think that's really what it comes down to with things like this. And we have a level of responsibility to ourselves. You know, you want to be able to police somebody after the fact. You can't police people after the fact.
Right.
So, I'm sorry. He probably, she probably, they, your teacup, whatever it is, however y'all identifying this week, was probably already untrue. And the dish ran away with the spoon. Now, I don't know why Iman Shumpert decided to do what he did, but if that's why, I'm going to be honest. Nope, I'm not going to go there about the fingers. I'm going to just leave that alone.
Lord.
Because I don't. I'm going to act right. I'm going to circle back to that on Friday.
Oh, boy.
However, I don't know. But I mean, her friend is saying that's why they broke up. And honestly, usually it's not the infidelity why women leave. It's more or less like the repeated infidelity.
Right.
And it could be some other things that go along with it. Maybe the fact that other people know. I don't know. But and maybe it could be something to do with Amber Rose personally. Something with that. I mean, I don't know. Her best friend is saying that's what it is. That's what it is. I don't know. That's wild to me. But you saying that he got something that most women would want, and I'm going, okay, I understand. Black and white on paper. You're right. I got nothing for that. No argument.
Okay.
Now, these trash HOAs. In that situation, I've been mulling that around the whole time. And it's just, honestly, we say this all the time. Drink your water and mind your business.
Yeah.
It's the trying to police people, and on some level, it's this ideology that certain people don't belong in certain places and should not have what other people have. So on some level, because you wouldn't do it, you don't think somebody else should.
Right.
And this is not something that's hurting anybody. It's not a concern. And I'm like, who was it a concern for? And here's the thing. Y'all had a whole little spy versus spy secret squirrel meeting with everybody in the neighborhood except for us. Go ahead and run me them bylaws that say y'all could do that.
I mean, Jay, but you know that's how it goes down a lot of times.
Yeah, because they didn't have an actual meeting. What they did was they had, a little group message. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because now I'm going to play my music and I'm going to take the fire. That's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And play it gladly. Now, me trying not to cuss, I just didn't have the energy. It just wasn't even worth it. But I did kind of feel a little bit discriminated against. You mad because my truck thick? Because, like my truck, she not even all that wide. They doing too much. And I don't even have, I'm not driving a Suburban or nothing. It's not, because, Suburbans, they,
Yeah, I know.
That's a pretty lengthy vehicle. That's not what it ain't like I got a limo and you out. It's like, baby girl. I wanted to hit her with the baby girl. I wanted to hit her with the sweetheart. And I just was like, it's okay. She was like, and then when I got ready to pay, she was like, oh, are you going to pay with the card? And I'm like, it's okay. I said, bless your heart. You have a beautiful day. She was so confused.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know. Yeah, because you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Now, you, with this situation that I am very well aware of, because
you was ready to cuss that day for me when I told
I
you
cussed
about it.
Anyway. I did. But see, here's the thing. People have this ideology that because you don't look like me, you don't speak like me, they assume your level of education, your level of expertise. They assume lots of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth of the matter is, you assume that because I'm a Black business that I don't know what I'm doing. No, the discount was for y'all, not for me, because it was more based on the level of relationship, the rapport that I had with the people here. And in one encounter, you destroyed years of rapport that will never be able to be rebuilt.
Literally.
Because even if the said individual is no longer there, you will still pay full price moving forward.
For sure.
So guess what? You may get what you want, but you're going to lose what you got.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. And guess what? That's all I got to say about it.
All right, Miss Lady Jae. Thank you for your final thoughts. And I'm going to start right there. The thing is that, in my opinion, the situation was totally unnecessary. And had this person decided to just take a beat and have a conversation, it potentially could have changed the entire outcome of the situation. And then, me being a person that I am, and I understand how things go, I even tried to pull back and say, hey, wait, let's talk about this for a second. Let's be realistic. Let's be real. Let's talk about this for a second. And the person didn't want to budge, so now I'm not going to budge. And this was literally a 6-year relationship now turned to mush. There are still people that can call me, and I would consider giving a discount, but whether I do it or not is still 100% up to me. And to be quite honest with you, it's probably going to be the same, because I'm not showing favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't show favoritism like that within a business. Because then it'll how these companies go. They'll try to call that person to have that person call me, so on and so forth. So it's got to be the same across the board. And that's unfortunate because, there are still people who I know within said organization that, I still have rapport with, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? And the person that I talk to all the time, she kind of gave me the lowdown on what was going on. And basically she was like, dude, I understand. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But, I just hate it for the next person that's going to come in and have to take over the program because, people are going to mention my name and they're going to be like, well, Dad, why is he so expensive? Like, I'm looking at the previous invoices, et cetera, et cetera. Well, here's why, but it is what it is, Jay.
I would love to be part of that conversation.
Lord.
To see the look.
Uh-huh.
I want to see their response because you did this.
Yeah.
You had to be right.
Yeah.
People care more about being right than they do the relationship.
Of course.
So be right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And pay me, boy.
Facts. But it is what it is, Jay. And I'm gonna keep it moving. As far as you were not cussing, I still think that it was a cussable offense, but I am proud of you the way that you handled it. Because for me, like some things, like pick your battles. You know what I mean? We say that all the time. Pick your battles. And I think that this was a battle that was unnecessary. And not only that, why run your blood pressure up because somebody wants to be extra? And she probably ain't do nothing but put the money in her pocket, but whatever.
I paid it on the card on purpose.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even better.
Just for that fact. Because if you was finna try to get over, and to be honest, I thought about that and I was like, well, maybe she needed. And then I was like, you know what? Not today. It's not my business.
Yep.
I'm going to just go ahead and let God be God.
Yep. Absolutely. So the thing with that, Jay, like, because me in a situation like that, I would have been very irritated because, I try to be very meticulous about how I spend my money and how I spend my time. And that's something that I would have been very meticulous about concerning the valet because I look for stuff like that. You know what I mean? When it comes to size of vehicles and so on and so forth, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? I look for stuff like that. So, and then knowing baby cousin the way I know baby cousin, she was probably looking for that too.
She was. So, she was hot.
Yeah, I bet she was. But I'm happy that you handled it the way that you did. Because even if you're 100% in the right, you're still going to be slapped with the label of the angry black woman. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And as unfortunate as that is, a lot of times it's warranted because you done did some messed up stuff, and now you got to deal with the messed up stuff you done did. So, but Jay, it is what it is. I'm happy the way that you handled it, and you doing better, man. I'm so proud of you, homie. I'm so proud of you. I ought to hit the horn again for you, but I'm not.
Please don't.
You know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna hit it again. Okay, I'm not. But when it comes to the situation with the HOA, mind your business, right? Anything that I do inside my house is none of your business. And then looking at the picture, the cars look properly parked on the person's property. So therefore, it's no longer your business. If I had a fleet of black SUVs with blacked out tinted windows parked properly, mind your business. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the neighbors. I can give a damn what anybody thinks about anything that I'm doing in my house. As long as when I'm not supposed to be parked on the street, I'm not parked on the street. Or if I got vehicles in my driveway, the vehicles are in my driveway. That's my business. Like, it just, I wish I could say that I'm surprised at how we're treated in this yet to be United States, as you so eloquently termed. But it just gets more and more frustrating day by day. And I have my own theories about it, and we can talk about them off the air. But I have my own theories about why things are the way that they are. But Karens are going Karen, and what we have to do when Karens start carrying that's not a word, but it's okay. When they get to doing a Karen thing, we have to make sure that we're above reproach, and it gets frustrating, but it is what it is. Amber Rose and Iman Shumpert, boy, I really think she probably doing something special. Because
she already told you, fingers in the booty.
Lord. And I mean, if Iman like it, I love it, man. Go ahead, do your thing, pimp. I don't care. It don't stop me from sleeping not one day.
Not one.
So, hey, I mean, I hate that if that was the situation that you found yourself in that cost you your marriage, because on many levels, marriage is far more important than a piece of poontang. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I wish for him the best. You know what I mean? Whatever it is what it is, and it is what it is, and it ain't none of what it ain't. You know what I mean? So it just kind of is what it is. I'm sure that Tiana Taylor is gonna be fine. I'm sure she's gonna be all right. Now, when it comes to iOS 18, boy, y'all better be careful with that. Because man, look. Because you know there are going to be some out here that's going to be hawking to make sure that if you got something in your phone, they want to know about it.
Well, how you gonna know? Now you need 52 more passwords to get up in there, babe. Listen,
you do. I mean, because it's like the situation with Tank and his girl. You know what I mean? She was like, he better be sharing his location. He ain't got no choice but to share his location. You know what I mean?
At this point, everybody just go back to a flip phone.
I know,
just
right?
Going back to a flip phone. Just go get your boy a hall pass, because that's too much. You finna stress yourself out. Got to remember all them passwords, and if they change it, child, too much.
Yeah,
it's gonna
definitely.
Be way too much.
I mean, it's already too much now, man. And
I don't care that much to keep. How many times you got to check that though?
Check what, the phone or the location?
You know what? Let me say this. Let me help everybody that's going to have a problem with this. Go and get your life right with the Lord. Because if your life was right, now this is serious. If your life was right with the Lord, your discernment would tell you something that past codes and stuff can't tell you, because there's always a way. Always.
Yeah.
So what if they got a whole nother phone? What if they got a burner? What if they out here with the little track phone? They got 17 track phones up in the garage.
Yeah. I mean, Jay, if a person want to step out, they're going to step out. If that's what they desire
and
to
they
do,
gonna step in the name of love.
Lord. Hopefully, never mind. I ain't gonna go there. But I mean, it just kind of is what it is at this point. It's either you trust me or you don't. And if you don't, then that's a situation that we have to talk about. You know what I mean? But it's either you trust me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And as for me personally, man, I ain't going through all that to hide apps and all this other stuff, man. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I ain't out here messing around, fooling around, acting a fool, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. There you go with all them songs. There you go.
See, well, no, iOS, and she knew it. She had knew it.
I mean, Jay, at this point, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody sleeping in my bed.
You done? I can't stand you. But I mean, hey, if you feel it necessary to hide apps and whatever on your phone, you know what I mean, that's your business. But if it's that serious, pimp, why not just walk away? I mean, I get it's easier to do what you're going to do, but why not just walk away and go get what you want?
Well, I like the Golden Girls, right? And Sophia Petrillo said, back in my day, people stayed married. You kept your family together. You raised your kids. And when you got sick of each other, one of y'all went to stay with your parents for a little bit and you came back home, a weekend or something, and if he really made you mad, you made your husband sleep on the couch. And then when that wasn't working no more, you got your little piece on the side, and the piece on the side didn't tell nothing about it, and you didn't say nothing, and they didn't say nothing. Even if we knew, we just continued to keep the family together until one of us died. And we would just hope, and it didn't mean we didn't love each other. We just understood what it was. And I mean, it was funny.
Yeah.
But this is the problem. People don't have any stick-to-itiveness. And I'm not saying to tolerate infidelity, but come on. Some of this stuff is just, we don't be telling the truth about marriage, but I'm going to leave that alone. That's a whole nother show. And
I hear you, Jay.
Thank you for your final thoughts.
But Jay, I hear you.
Be quiet and man, my business.
I hear you, but the family ain't what it used to be anyway. People ain't doing all this foolishness to keep family together no more.
I think it's because Burlington Coat Factory don't sell coats like they used to.
Lord. Well, all right, Miss Lady Jae, that's all I got for the people. You got anything else for the people before we get out of here?
Absolutely not.
All right, Miss Lady Jae. Well, thank you for your time.
Bye.
This is the Rally Point with me and Miss Lady Jae. If you're trying to get a hold of the show, you can reach us at info.therallypointradioshow@gmail.com. That again is info.therallypointradioshow@gmail.com. If you're not done listening to us talk, you can also swing over to youtube.com. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe to the Sophisticated Spark podcast. That again is the Sophisticated Spark podcast. You can find Sophisticated Spark on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasting from. You can even Google Sophisticated Spark podcast and you'll find us. If you're trying to follow me, I am DJ_YM4 on both Instagram and TikTok. That again is DJ_YM4. If you're trying to follow Miss Lady Jae, you can find her on Instagram and Facebook at Lady Jae Speaks. That again is at Lady Jae Speaks. Thanks for listening to the Rally Point Radio Show. See you next time.